Tonight on Newswatch, I'll give you the latest news on the Iowa State student government campaigns.
I'll provide an update on tenure for ISU faculty.
And I'll tell you all about the Iowa State Wrestling's matchup Monday night. Stay tuned. You're watching Newswatch.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch. I'm Jim Heinrichs.
And I'm Cassie Olson.
Thanks for joining us. Campaigns for student government officially began yesterday, and 3 Iowa State students are competing for the presidency. The 3 candidates for the position are Austin Graber, Benjamin Whittington, and Cody Woodruff. Graber and his running mate Vishesh Bhatia will focus on 3 main platforms for their campaign relating to their slogan, Elevate, Educate, Connect. Whittington is running with Annalisa Michelotti with a mission to address problems in diversity and inclusion on campus. Finally, Woodruff hopes to work toward a more supportive campus full of countless opportunities with his running mate Annalise Hauber. Elections will take place on March 12th and 13th.
Nearly 1,000 staff members currently hold tenure at Iowa State. But a bill aimed at abolishing tenure at state universities is moving through state legislature. The bill is similar to one introduced last year that did not pass. Senator Brad Zahn, a Republican from Urbandale, introduced the legislation. He says he's frustrated with courses being taught by teaching assistants rather than professors. Iowa State University President Wendy Winterstein says that tenure provides state universities the competitive edge needed to keep up with universities across the country.
A recent Iowa House bill looks to increase funding for schools. The bill, which passed Monday night, would give Iowa's schools a 2% increase in per-pupil funding. Iowa House Democrats proposed an amendment to the bill which would increase the funding to 3%, but they were rejected. No approval has been given from the Senate at this point. If the bill goes into effect, Iowa schools can expect to see these budget increases beginning in July.
What was once a classic lemonade stand fundraiser is now a $36,000 philanthropic effort for an Ames 8th grade student. Grace McCunn has been raising money for Blank Children's Hospital for 3 years. Over the summer, McCunn's project was made into a documentary by an Ames School District staff member. The documentary was chosen to show at the Omaha Film Festival in March. And McCunn says she hopes people feel inspired to support the cause after seeing the film.
Iowa State students who are looking for something to do over the weekend can head on campus to watch a movie in one of the lecture halls. I was able to go over to Carver Hall and get more facts on the story. Iowa State students have the opportunity to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at Cyclone Cinema. This free service is run by the Student Union Board, an organization on campus which plans many events throughout the year. Each weekend, students can travel to Carver Hall and view a recently released film as if they were in an actual movie theater.
It's just kind of cool, you know, just being here with, it's free, that's really nice. That's probably the big thing, but I also just like the setup's pretty good, you know, it's a pretty big screen too, you can still see what's going on. It's kind of like a mini cinema on campus that I like, you know, it's cool, I'll definitely come here again.
The Student Union Board puts together a new schedule of movies each semester and changes them out each week. This semester, the schedule includes The Crimes of Grindelwald, Creed 2, A Star is Born, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and several more.
It allows students to have something to do on the weekends, and it's movies that are fresh out of theater that they might have missed in theater, so it's a good opportunity for that. And as for volunteers, it's a good way to meet new people and also enjoy putting on stuff for other students.
Shows take place Thursday through Sunday night at 7 p.m. and 10 p.m., and screenings will occur through April 28th. For ISUtv, with Sarah Peterson, I'm Jim Heinrichs. Cyclone Cinema has closed captioning viewings on Sunday nights and this weekend they will be playing Creed 2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more news after these messages.
The Mexican drug lord known as El Chapo is facing life in prison. Today marked the end of a 3-month drug trial in New York with guilty charges on decades of drug smuggling into the United States. Over 50 witnesses testified against the criminal. Richard P. Donahue, a New York attorney, says this trial is a big battle victory in the war on drugs.
President Trump says that he is not pleased by a new budget deal proposed by Congress. The bill is still being finalized, but it currently includes about $1.4 billion for 55 miles of physical barriers at the southern border and roughly 40,000 detention beds for immigration and customs enforcement facilities. This falls short of the $5.7 billion that Trump has demanded. The president says that he does not foresee another shutdown, but claims that the Democrats will be to blame if this occurs.
Best in Show at the Westminster Dog Show will be announced tonight, but your everyday Golden Retriever, Labrador, or Bulldog probably won't be it. It's been a dog-year century since one of those breeds won Best in Show, but that doesn't stop the crowd from giving the canines plenty of love when they enter the ring. One Golden Retriever breeder says part of the reason is because there really isn't a breed standard, so judges struggle to identify which really is best.
Rapper 21 Savage will be released from Immigration and Customs Enforcement custody on Wednesday following his arrest on February 3rd. The musician, who was born in East London, has been living in the United States illegally ever since his parents failed to renew his visa back in 2006. The arrest forced 21 Savage to miss the Grammy Awards, even though he was nominated for 2 awards and was scheduled to perform at the show. We'll be right back with Jacob Voss and your weekly weather forecast. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Newswatch.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jacob Voss. We've got a lot of weather to talk about tonight. First, here's some of those snowfall reports over the last couple of days. Ames just missed out on that heavy snow once again. Des Moines Airport reporting 5 inches. Waterloo, 8 inches. So we are just to the west of that heavy snow as we went throughout the night last night. We haven't missed out on the wind, though. We have a lot of wind throughout the area. We've got blowing and drifting snow across campus. 20-mile-an-hour winds at this hour still. Overnight tonight, those will eventually begin to calm down for us. Winter storm warning does continue until 9 p.m., so just another hour or so here for Ames on eastward. Winter weather advisory still up in northwestern Iowa. This is for that blowing snow. We don't expect any new snow overnight tonight, but we will see that snow continue to blow around through the overnight hours. And in comes the cold air as well. 10 degrees right now in Ames. You can see 5 up in Spencer. This air is moving on down to the south and east tonight, and that is bringing our wind chills down as well. It feels like -5 outside right now because of those strong winds. We're also seeing a lot of drifting snow on campus, so be ready for that tonight. You might need a snow boots as you're walking around campus until the morning hours. Here's what you can expect overnight tonight for those wind chills. -7 as we go into the early morning hours tomorrow. It's going to be a chilly day in terms of wind chills throughout today because those winds will be continuing. Feeling like 11 degrees there by 6 p.m. tomorrow. Things will feel better on Thursday. We'll have a little more sunshine around the area as well. Feeling like the teens again as we go into the afternoon hours and eventually back into the 20s on Thursday. So things are going to be feeling a little bit better over the next couple of days here, and we will get some warmer temperatures in for at least the next couple of days. Here's your future cast. Here's what you can expect. Still some more clouds building in the morning hours tomorrow, but we will see a mix of sun and clouds throughout the rest of the day on Wednesday. Cloudy again on Wednesday night into Thursday, but we'll eventually get some breaks in those clouds, especially in the afternoon hours on Thursday, and that should improve our conditions just a little bit for us. A little bit of light snow in southern Iowa Thursday night into Friday. So we are going to have a little bit of calmer weather coming into the area. Those winds are still strong this evening. Those are going to decrease throughout the overnight hours, a low of 2 degrees. So it's going to be a chilly start tomorrow morning, but we will warm up to 28 degrees by the afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds for us. Those winds will be lighter out of the southeast tomorrow, so they'll feel just a little bit better as you're walking around campus. Here's that warm up, 31 degrees on Thursday. Very short-lived though, 10 degrees on Friday. Snow chance moves in on Sunday. This is looking very light, but we're going to be below average for the next week or so in the teens for highs. Our average high is around 32 degrees for this time of the year. Another chance of snow moves in for us on Tuesday as well. That's all the time we got for weather tonight. Ben will be back with sports right after this.
Welcome back to Newswatch. I'm Ben Olson with your sports update. The Iowa State wrestling team has climbed all the way to the 12th spot in the rankings and were put to the test last night when they went on the road to battle Oregon State. The Cyclones were able to defeat the Beavers by a score of 23-14. Iowa State received major decisions from Jarrett Deegan and Chase Straw at 149 and 157 pounds, respectively. Willie Miklas put the nail in the coffin for the Cyclones with an 11-1 decision at 197 pounds. The Cyclone wrestlers' next duel is February 21st at in-state rival Northern Iowa. The Iowa State women's golf team spent the weekend in warmer weather competing in the Lady Puerto Rico Classic. The Cyclones finished in 9th place in a field of 14 teams. The team posted their best score of the tournament today, firing a .290, good for the 5th best score of the day. Iowa State will return to action on March 11th at the Arizona Wildcat Invitational. Star wide receiver Antonio Brown is moving on from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brown took to Twitter today to thank the city of Pittsburgh, and ESPN soon confirmed that Brown has requested a trade. Brown is under contract with the Steelers until 2021. However, numerous analysts across the nation are expecting Brown to be playing in a different uniform come Week 1 next season. He hit 586 home runs in his prime and was the first black manager in the major leagues. Today, he leaves a legacy behind. Hall of Fame outfielder Frank Robinson passed away in his Los Angeles home last Thursday at the age of 83. Robinson played 21 seasons between the Cincinnati Reds and the Baltimore Orioles. He was also the only winner of the Most Valuable Player award in both the National and American leagues. Statues of Robinson now will forever remind Orioles, Reds, and Indians fans entering the stadiums of his extraordinary achievements. Stay tuned after these messages. You're watching Newswatch.
Welcome back to Newswatch. A cafe chain in London is opening a hostel to help several homeless people get off the streets. The company Pret a Manger plans to open a hostel that will house 13 people for as long as 1 year. The hostel will come equipped with kitchen space, entertainment rooms, and shared bathrooms to help make the facility feel like home. In addition, the company will be offering employment to the residents. This comes after 10 years of efforts from the chain to employ homeless people.
The next wave of technology startups is looking different than what we have come to know. We saw Uber and Airbnb teach old dogs new tricks with the travel, food delivery, and hotel industries, but a startup tracking firm called CB Insights is looking at a trend in software improvements for specific industries. Farming and banking are two industries that have left plenty of room for growth as they move into a more technological era. Well, that's all we have for this edition of Newswatch.
Don't forget to follow us on social media at ISUtv.
And as always, stay warm, stay safe, and stay classy, Ames.